Organic food and cancer risk. What does the science say? The question of whether choosing organic food can lower cancer risk is a complex one, steeped in conflicting research and varying levels of exposure. While the link between high-dose pesticide exposure and cancer is well established, particularly in occupational settings like farming or pesticide manufacturing, the impact of low-level exposure from conventionally grown produce remains less clear. The evidence on pesticide exposure and cancer, the body of evidence connecting pesticides to cancer, is substantial, with research demonstrating DNA damage even at levels found in exposed workers. However, most studies focus on those with significant occupational or environmental exposure, not the average consumer. Some research suggests that pesticide residues can disrupt the immune system, specifically natural killer NK cells responsible for fighting cancer. Although this has primarily been observed in laboratory settings using concentrated doses, organic food consumption and cancer rates. Recent observational studies show a correlation between higher organic food consumption and a reduced risk of overall cancer, with one study indicating up to a 25% lower incidence. Researchers controlled for factors like age, socioeconomic status, diet, and lifestyle, but the link remains correlational rather than definitively causal. Other studies have yielded mixed results, with some finding a decreased risk of non-Hodgkin lymphoma in organic food consumers, while others show a slightly increased detection rate of breast cancer, possibly due to more frequent screenings among health-conscious individuals. Pesticide levels and mortality beyond cancer. Research suggests a link between pesticide levels in the body and all-cause mortality. For example, higher levels of beta-hexachlorocyclohexane, a pesticide, have been associated with a shorter lifespan. Vegetarian and vegan diets consistently show lower pesticide levels compared to omnivorous diets, due to the concentration of these toxins in animal fats and dairy products. The bottom line: weighing risks and benefits. While pesticide residues are detectable in most people, the health consequences of low-level exposure from conventionally grown foods are largely unknown. The potential risks appear minimal compared to the overwhelming nutritional benefits of consuming fruits and vegetables. Avoiding pesticides altogether to gain a few minutes of life is not likely worth the cost. Ultimately, the debate comes down to individual risk tolerance and access. For those who can afford it, organic food may offer peace of mind and potentially reduce exposure to pesticides. However, the most significant health gains come from maximizing fruit and vegetable intake, regardless of how they're grown.